Greetings YouTube, Sega Zombie here and welcome back guys to another video. And yes, we've got another pickups channel update video, and wow, I've fallen hook, line and sinker. I've dived into another rabbit hole of nostalgia and collecting, guys. Without further ado, let's get on with this video. So here we go guys, here's a big pickup, and this is something I've been wanting to reintroduce back into my collection for a long time, and that is a Laserdisc player. This is the Pioneer CD, CDV, LD player, CLD 2710K. So this is actually a rather large unit. I've got this sitting on here at the minute. We've got Batman on the top. We've got a few of my figures from House of the Dead, the Japanese Sega Saturn, the ColecoVision, and now, boom, this monstrosity. This is a massive Laserdisc player because it's actually a karaoke machine as well. So, you know, stay tuned for the end of this video when I bang out some tunes. Don't worry, guys, that ain't going to happen. But yeah, this is a lovely player. Got this off eBay. Just trying to see where the power button is. There it is. Yeah, so this is one of my newest additions to the collection. I've got it hooked up to the B&O TV. But what we're going to do is we're going to open her up. Look at that. And we're going to get a Laserdisc. Now, this is one that I can find out of my original collection. But don't worry, guys, this video is going to be all a lot of Laserdiscs because I've been going mad. This is a rabbit hole that I've dived into. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll put a bit of Texas Chainsaw Massacre on and just show you guys what these look like. But, you know, you can see why these appeal to a collector. They're the size of a vinyl. Look at the artwork. The artwork is amazing. And then we've got, this is a bit tricky to do one-handed, guys. There's the Laserdisc itself. So yeah, we'll pop that in. Close that up. We'll press play, and then I'll show you it loading up on the B&O TV. Does make a little bit of noise. Now, with this player, I had some issues with it, but the eBay seller was brilliant. It's nice to have positive stories to say about eBay. This was sold as perfectly working order. You know, it didn't come with a remote, which weren't a deal breaker, but the one positive with this player, and the reason why I went for this one and its bulkiness, is that this is NTSC, so it will play PAL and NTSC discs, which is a big win, and that it's supposed to automatically change the side of the disc. Those of you unfamiliar with Laserdisc, the one drawback is you have to turn the film and turn the Laserdisc over halfway through the film. This was supposed to do it automatically. It goes to do it, but it's getting stuck. Now, this was sold to me that it was working fine, but I contacted the seller. He was cool as anything. He ended up giving me a massive discount on this, and basically I got this for the price of like a junk Laserdisc player. It was less than £100. So I'm really chuffed with that. And, you know, I'll see if I can send it off somewhere, get it repaired. Maybe it's something I can repair myself a bit down the line. You know, it's not the end of the world that it won't change sides. But, you know, just something I wanted to let you guys know. But let's turn on the B&O and see this in action. So the TV will turn into position. Oh, I love that. That never gets old. But yeah, that is the Laserdisc player, guys. So let's get over to the chair and share with you guys some more pickups. Wow, so there you go, guys. There's a massive wedge of nostalgia, classic retro tech added to the collection, guys. And I'm chuffed to bits to finally have a Laserdisc player back in the collection. I've been speaking to other tubers, especially Lee Retro Chef, because I know he's got an extensive Laserdisc collection. I know he's got a big soft spot for Laserdiscs. And so did I. Back in the 90s, I had a Laserdisc player. I can remember purchasing one from a second-hand shop in the town centre. Didn't pay a lot for it, but I remember really loving it. You know, it's the artwork, it's the size of these Laserdiscs. You know, it's just like collecting vinyl, isn't it? They look fantastic. So I've dived straight in at the deep end with this, guys. I've bought a lot of Laserdiscs. So I've got plenty of those to share with you guys. Depending how this video goes, I might have to do a second video on pickups because there's a lot. I've been buying an awful lot just lately, and loads have just come into the shop. Lots of movies, lots of collectibles, lots of niche stuff. A couple of items that are extremely nostalgic. That will need a little B-roll in itself, just to get up close and personal with those. But let's stop waffling, guys. Let's stop rabbiting on. Let's show you some of this beautiful artwork. And you'll see why I'm so in love with the Laserdisc player and the Laserdiscs at the moment. First up, it had to be done. My first major purchase was RoboCop. And this is the Japanese release because I think I preferred the classic poster there. I absolutely love that poster. I've got it on t-shirts, mugs, everything to do with RoboCop. And I love this artwork. I think it's absolutely amazing. It really is an awesome piece of work, that. But yeah, unfortunately, this isn't a gatefold one, but it does have... Is it the Obi? You know, the overlay bit there for that, which is really nice. But yeah, I'm absolutely chuffed to have RoboCop. And yes, I watched it as soon as this arrived. I put it on the B&O, watched it that night. So yeah, that's the first one, guys. RoboCop had to be done. But most of these, all of these now, apart from RoboCop, which I did get off eBay, these are all off a Facebook group called, I'm sure it's called Laserdisc Enthusiasts UK. I think that's this name. And there's a seller on there I've been buying loads off. So we've got Austin Powers. Now, this will be across many genres, my collection, when it comes to Laserdisc. And a bit like with my VHS collecting, it's just going to be films that mean something to me, got lots of nostalgia, and films I love that I can watch over and over again. And I absolutely adore the Austin Powers films. 1 and 2 are my favourite. The third one, it's still good, but not my favourite. But the original Austin Powers, Liz Hurley, can't beat a bit of Liz Hurley, can ya? But yeah, had to add that to the collection. It was cheap enough as well. For those of you who know how much I adore this film, I own, like RoboCop, I own pretty much every version of it. And I had to get it on Laserdisc. And that is Batman 89, the original Tim Burton Batman. An absolutely fantastic film, my God. I can recite this word for word, this film. I've watched it that many times. And back in the day, I watched it so much. To me, no superhero film comes close to the original Batman. And it had to go in the collection. Likewise, Batman Returns. That also had to go in the collection. Another great film. Is this one gatefolded? No, this isn't a gatefold one. So yeah, a no-brainer. Into the collection that goes. What's next? So yeah, so Batman, Batman Returns and Austin Powers. That was all off one seller off this Facebook group. This is a bundle that I got off another seller. These all came in one lot. The guy done me a great price because I bought a bundle. I just couldn't believe it when he put his post up, because it was just every film, nearly every film in that I wanted. So here we go. We've got From Dusk Till Dawn. I just remember going to the cinema, seeing this film for the first time. Back then, there weren't such thing as spoilers, unless you really went out there to look for it. I had no clue what this film was about. And I think that's what made it so special, is that I remember going to the cinema with a load of mates, a load of girlfriends. We all went. There was a big group of us, because that's what you'd done back then, wasn't it? And we all made a night of it, probably a girlfriend at the time. But my memories are just sitting there and being blown away with the twist of this film. So yeah, it had to go in the collection, because there's lots of memories with this one. This one is gatefolded. Beautiful artwork. I love it. And a great film. From Dusk Till Dawn. Didn't really care much for the TV series or any of the sequels, but the original, loved it. Thought it was a brilliant film. Then also in that bundle, again, one of my favourite films of all time. This really is. And that is Total Recall. The director of RoboCop hits again with Total Recall. Paul Verhoeven. Or Verhoeven. Look at that. The original price was $34.99. So yeah. Total Recall is now added to the Laserdisc collection. Then we've got another absolute classic. I can remember again going to the cinema and seeing this film and just laughing out loud. And that is Army of Darkness. This one is in like a sort of protective sleeve. But yeah, again, a film that has got to be added to the Laserdisc collection. And then probably one of the films I watched the most on VHS as a kid. I watched this film over and over and over and over again. And that is Rambo, First Blood Part 2. Again, this is the Japanese release. But yeah, it just had to be done. I adore this film. You know, probably like this one more than I do the original, just for the memories of it. So this one's just in a standard plastic sleeve, but a lot of these do have the little inlays there. I do believe RoboCop's also got that with the Japanese discs. A lot of them have the overlay sort of like inlays, which are pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely love these films. I really do. So that was a must for the collection. So that was that bundle. This is another two that I've got, and these come today. That's what's inspired this video, because I thought I have got to get this video shot because there's so much stuff turning up. So we'll start off with this one, and that is The Crow. I'm never going to watch the remake. It just looks god-awful. You know, it shouldn't have been done. Or if they were to do it, they should have just made it a whole new character, something different. But, yeah, I really don't like the reimagining of The Crow and what they've done with it. So it won't be for me, that film. But this, again, memories. Just so many memories and nostalgia of this film coming out. How magical it was. A great film of its time. The music in this film as well. The soundtrack is awesome. So yeah, this had to be added to the Laserdisc collection. And then finally, one I'm super buzzing about. It hasn't disappointed. It looks absolutely amazing. And that is Clash of the Titans. Look at that. You can't beat the Ray Harryhausen stop motion monsters, can you? And look at that, guys. Absolutely stunning. Lovely gatefold. And that artwork, you know, I'm not sure if this got a PAL UK release, actually. I'm not sure. But I just wanted that artwork. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's the letterbox format as well. I'm reading on the back here. Like I said, this is turned up today. And after shooting this video, I will be watching Clash of the Titans on Laserdisc. So there we go, guys. There's the Laserdiscs so far. Let me know in comments. I would love to know if any of you guys collect Laserdisc. What films you got. I'd love to hear your stories and your memories of Laserdisc. Did you have one back in the day? Who had a Laserdisc player? I know I've had a few conversations, and a lot of people cannot remember Laserdisc players at all. It's like a forgotten format. So let me know in comments, guys. Before we move on with some of the pickups I've got here, I just want to share with you something really nostalgic, guys. So we're going to do a bit of B-roll showing you up close and personal with, this is a pickup that I had that I meant to show off on my previous video, but I forgot. So we're going to show that. So guys, I really wanted to give you a closer look at these. These are such a nostalgic item. I can remember these so fondly back in the day. I used to do a paper round, and I can remember these being in that newsagents. And I don't know if you guys remember, but these were really popular back in the day. The official monthly poster magazines. They've done them for most films that came out, but obviously how massive Batman was. It was such a big thing back in 1989, because if you think about it, we'd had a few Superman films, and the first two Superman films were highly regarded. The third and fourth Superman films didn't do so well, and the fact that there hadn't been a Batman film, you know, we had the 1966 Adam West and you know, the old kooky camp sort of Batman that we all grew up with, because they rerun that every summer holidays. I can remember watching that. And then all of a sudden Tim Burton came along with Batman 89. What a film. To me, it's still the best superhero film of all time. And these posters have so much memories for me. And I spotted these in a live streaming auction on Facebook. It's one of the sort of nostalgia toy groups, and this guy was showing off loads of Batman toys, which were awesome. I'd have loved to have them, but I just don't have the space for these. But as soon as I saw these, I was like, I've got to have them. I have got to have these poster sets because they're just so nostalgic. You know, I collected all of these. I can remember Rami was his name, the guy that owns the newsagents, and he docked it off my wages because I took these every week. But yeah, we've got the official monthly poster magazine, so it wouldn't have been every week, it would have been once a month. I was probably getting me CMVGs and me Mean Machine magazines and stuff like that in between. But yeah, beautiful poster magazines, these. And apparently they're new old stock. They've never been sort of put up, or even, he said it looked like they'd never even been opened. So they're all protected in these little files. This one I remember so well. And then I believe these shots are the big posters on the back. But we've got one here. We've got number one twice. Now, I think I gave £15 posted for all of these, which I think is a bargain. But we're going to open one up if we can. So on the back, oh no, they are different. So it's the Joker on the back there. Oh, wow. Seriously, guys, just seeing that brings back so many memories. I can remember the excitement of opening this up, and I read this from cover to cover. And I can remember this layout, and I've not looked at these in 30 plus years. Oh, wow, look at this, guys. This is just absolutely awesome. And then the main poster. I don't know if we're going to get it in shot, but we're going to try. Is Michael Keaton as Batman standing in the Batcave. The backdrop is all them lovely CRT TVs. But there we go, guys. There's a closer look at these. Let's get back to the chair. So there you go, guys. Wow. You know, the nostalgia and memories with those poster magazines is unbelievable. I can remember back in the day having my paper round, and poster magazines were really popular in the 80s, early 90s. I can remember buying loads of them, and I can remember the Batman ones really vividly because I can remember we moved house around about that sort of time, I believe. And I can just remember buying all of those posters because the new house, the new family home we had moved into was in dire need of decorating. It was a doer-upper. I can remember my parents buying it to do it up. My bedroom, if I remember rightly, was really grundy. It was terrible decor. So I can remember buying all these Batman posters and putting them up all over my walls and just loving it, you know. And there's so many memories with those magazines, so I really wanted to share those with you guys. We're sticking with films for a bit, guys. Elephant in the Room. As you can see, who can tell me what that film is playing on the background? I'm now going to show you anyway. And that is The Punisher on VHS. Now, this came into the retro realm with a load of other videos. And like I said, you know, there's any certain films I want to add to my collection. I'd prefer to have the big box X rental of this. But this will do for now. Great film. Lots of memories of renting this out over and over again. Back in the day, guys. Can you guys... You know, is this your favourite Punisher film? I'd like to know. I think this is my favourite Punisher film, but what's yours? You know, there's been a few over the years, isn't there? But this one stands out for me. This is the one that I remember really fondly, is the Dolph Lundgren Punisher. Something else that I forgot to share with you guys in the last pickups video, but I think it was there in the background, and that's this. This is a NECA Slimer, bobble-heady type thing. Again, this came into the retro realm, and I had to bring this home. I absolutely adore it. I think it's brilliant. I love Slimer, love Ghostbusters. This had to go in the collection. So yeah, he now sits on the computer desk. Sticking with films. We're still not done with films yet. This also came into the retro realm, and I thought, wow, it's got to come home. I've already shown Army of Darkness on Laserdisc. Now we've got Evil Dead 2 on DVD, and this is the special edition. So it's in its box. These haven't survived the test of time. I had these when they first released back in the day. But unfortunately, where I had mine on a shelf, the latex all started drying out and cracking. But this one is in absolutely lovely condition. But yeah, you got the Necronomicon Book of the Dead, inked in human blood, bound in human flesh. And yeah, then we've got the DVD in the back there. This had to come home. There was no debating it. There was no thinking about it. I was just like, it went in my work bag, and I was like, right, that's going home. So yeah, Evil Dead 2, the special edition. Next, we'll go through some Blu-ray, shall we? So, pick this up from CX, and that is the Female Prison Scorpion, the complete collection. So in there, you get a Female Prisoner 701 Scorpion, Female Prisoner Scorpion Jailhouse 41, Female Prisoner Scorpion Best Stable, and Female Prisoner Scorpion 701's Grudge Song. Never seen these films before. I thought it'd be something a little bit different. Let me know in comments, are these worth a watch? I've not watched them yet, but yeah, I picked these up with some vouchers that I had out of CX. At the same time, I also picked this one up, and that is a Sergio Martino film, and that is The Violent Professionals. I do believe I've seen this one over the years, but it will be a number of years since I've seen it. So looking forward to giving that one a watch. I'm loving my 70s and 80s cinema at the moment. I'd imagine this is 70s. I'm just trying to see if there's a date, which there isn't. But I'd say this has got to be a 70s film, isn't it, guys? So yeah, a bit of Italian gangster thriller action film. So yeah, I picked that up from CX with some vouchers. Then we move on to some bits that came in through the shop. And I thought these are too good. These have got to come home for me just to at least watch. And something I've not watched in a very long time, probably since back in the day. And that is Twin Peaks. So we've got the Twin Peaks box set there. The entire mystery. So that is the full lot of Twin Peaks. And I'm definitely going to rewatch all this. This is a beautiful set, by the way. A lovely set. It opens up like that. And then each disc opens up in a sort of a gatefold like that, which I thought was really nice. Beautiful set, that. Not a cheap one to buy, but that came into the shop. Was really chuffed with that. And then not only did that come in, the limited series they brought out a couple of years back now, that came in. Again, I really like the box set. It's really cool. So going to be looking forward to binging some Twin Peaks. And then also this intrigued me because I've got the Blu-ray complete collection of Batman, the 60s one. And this is the animated show they done a few years ago, which was voiced by Adam West. And I can't remember the name of Robin. It always leaves me. I always forget his name. But yeah, it's got those two. Burt Ward. That's it. Burt Ward and Adam West do the voiceovers for the Return of the Caped Crusaders. So I'll be looking forward to watching that as well. I've not had a chance to watch it yet. But again, that came into the shop. This also came into the shop actually. And the only reason I bought this home is one of my earliest memories of being scared was of this TV show, and it was the music. I don't know why, but I was absolutely terrified of the opening theme tune to this TV show, and that is Sapphire and Steel. Some of my earliest memories is crying, and I know my parents would put me to bed and I'd hear this music and I'd be crying, telling them to turn it off. It's like one of my earliest memories, guys. So when this came into the shop, I had a little chuckle and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to take that home and actually watch it. You know, I haven't plucked up the courage yet to watch it and sit there and watch it. You know, I might have to wait when I'm not on my own or during the day in daylight and watch that. But yeah, Sapphire and Steel. All I remember about this is that theme tune. Don't know what it's about. Sci-fi, I believe. So yeah, going to be looking forward to giving that a watch. So there we go, guys. There's the films. There is a few games to show. But first up, I think I'm going to stick with Batman and share with you what I got on a live toy auction on Facebook. And this is the Batman Cheetah joystick. This is the Batman animated one, still sealed, like new, in the box. Really pleased with that, guys. Really pleased with that. But yeah, that was £15. I snapped that up. You have to be quick on these auctions. Loads of people wanted them, but I managed to grab them first. And then I finally got myself a box new, old new stock, Terminator 2, Judgment Day joystick. For those of you who know, or with eagle eyes, over on the computer desk, I've always had one of these. And I've got the OG Batman, not the Batman animated joystick as well. I did used to have the Alien one, but foolishly I sold that a number of years ago. I do believe there's a Homer Simpson, or no, I think it's Bart Simpson joystick as well. There's an Alien one. There's a number of Batman ones. Terminator 2. They're the ones I remember off the top of my head. Again, guys, let me know in comments down below if there is any different ones. Because I would love... This would be a lovely little subset in collecting all those boxed. Which I might do. But yeah, the Terminator one there. And finally, we get onto some video games, guys. A bit like my nostalgic NES shelf, which you might be able to just see hidden behind the Terrifier over there. I've started picking up, or I say I've started, this is just one game. This was in beautiful condition. And it sparked a lot of memories, this, because I can remember a little independent shop in Ipswich used to sell import games. There was a couple, actually, but this one in particular. And I can remember when I got my Super Nintendo, having to pay through the teeth to get this game and a universal adapter so we could play it, because this came out way before it did. This came out in Japan, possibly America as well, but I know in Japan way before it come out in the UK, and that is Street Fighter 2. And this was in absolutely beautiful condition. It's not an expensive Super Famicom game by any stretch, but I was just blown away with the condition of this. It's absolutely in top condition. And it just sparked a bit of a memory, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to treat myself to that. Not to say I'm going to go jumping down the Super Famicom and getting loads, but I might get a nostalgic few like I have with the NES. So I thought that had to be added, and I wouldn't mind getting the other Street Fighter ones as well at some point, which I might do that. But yeah, there'll just be a few, a select few maybe. Speaking of Nintendo nostalgic NES shelf, I actually picked one. It's been ages since I've picked one up, and this is one I've been after for a while, and that is Paperboy. It's in pretty good condition, actually. There is a little bit of tape on the back there, but I believe that's where the hanger used to be. A little bit of edge wear, nothing major. It's all complete with manual. But Paperboy is just one of those games that me and my brothers, we played on every system. I remember playing the Spectrum version. My mate had the Commodore version. My other mate had the Amstrad port. Then we had it on the Mega Drive. We had it on the Master System. The NES. I remember my brother, my youngest brother, because we played Paperboy on my Master System and Mega Drive. One of the first games he went and got was Paperboy on his NES. And I can remember we used to play this for ages. So that had to be added to the nostalgic NES set. Really chuffed with those. Can Slimer hold that? Yeah, he can. So guys, we've got no SEGA at the end of this video. Can you believe it? There's no SEGA, but there is a couple of Game Boy Advance games. First up is a pinball game, Pinball Advance. This is in one of those baggies. This is actually in really good condition. This came into the shop, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to take this home and give it a go, because I really do like a good pinball video game. Dragon Fury on the Mega Drive. I really got into Demon Tilt a while back on the Nintendo Switch. Sonic Spinball on the Mega Drive was okay. And then you had, was it Dragon's Revenge? And then you had Devil's Crush on the PC Engine. And then recently, or was it last year, London Gamer Market, I got Pinball of the Dead on the Game Boy Advance, and that's a really good game. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to give this a go. Pinball Advance. I don't know, guys, if it's any good, but I looked it up and it's actually quite a pricey one. But that came into the shop. And then also, from the same guy, I got this one, and that is GT Championship. Now, the reason I got this is I can remember when I had my Game Boy Advance back in the day, I went out and bought this game. I don't know if this was a launch game, but I'm pretty certain it was early on in the Game Boy Advance library, and I can remember getting this game and playing it absolutely loads. Kind of like the Game Boy Advance version of Gran Turismo, and at the time Gran Turismo was just so big, wasn't it? So yeah, GT Championship. So there we go, guys. That is the pickups for this video. I'm going to stop it there so it doesn't go on and on and on and on. Like I said, there's still lots more pickups to show, so I'll do another video probably in a week or so. But let me know in comments, guys, of any of this stuff. I'd love to know what other cheater joysticks there are. Like I said, I can remember the Batman ones, the Alien one, and I think there was a Simpsons one as well. Was there any more? Let me know what you think of these laser discs and the beautiful artwork. I can't stop looking at Clash of the Titans. It just looks absolutely awesome. But there you go, guys. That's it for this video. Until the next time, I'm Sega Zombie. Goodbye.
Sega Zombie. Sega.